this a viable strategy?
Right. Right.
You know what I mean? Because there's so many examples. We can say people like Riff Raff. We can say people
Mm.
like that Bunk guy.
Fucking
You know
Bunk,
what I mean?
man.
Okay. You know
Damn
what I mean? And we
Bunk.
can, cause that ain't them. You know what I mean? They ain't
Yeah.
going around on the daily fucking doing those things all day. You know, it's a strategy. It's a troll.
Right. Right.
So I think yeah, it's dope, man.
So yeah, man, but that's definitely a topic that we can do. Um, so let me ask you. This was another thing I kind of got hung on. So I had the
Mhm.
banner behind me that says CCG, the whole radio shit. I'm like, you know what?
Yeah.
Let's just keep that separate. I know you're trying to break away from the music scene. So I pulled the banner
Mhm.
down and I forgot that I had all this shit behind the banner. I'm like, oh shit, I could use that. But then I
Hey man,
thought
that's
about
just
it
lit.
after a day or so. I'm like, oh shit, it's still music again. You know what I'm
Hey,
saying?
so good, man. That in the back is just showing your passions. You know what I mean, and how into music you are.
Okay.
So I mean, I'm not like with the music thing. I still talk about it in pieces. It's still where I come from or whatever. It's just my work ain't within it. You know what I mean? So,
Yeah.
and at the end of the day, you're on this podcast representing P the politician.
Right.
You know what I mean? So, hey man, whatever you want to do in your background, I fully support all that shit, man.
All right. Well, yeah, man. I think well shit, man, when do you want to get cracking with the first episode?
Right now, man, I'm down. It's,
Oh shit.
I think.
All right. I tell you what. Let me jump into character. Give me about 5-10 minutes. I got you.
Okay, no sweat, no
As a
sweat.
matter of fact, there's a couple of other things I want to set up real quick.
Okay, because I think the a lot of this episode is going to be like in the beginning. We're going to obviously say, look, this is why we're starting the podcast. This is our first episode, and we're getting a feel for it. And I think that we can even discuss that as we're going along. You know what I mean?
Shit, I was going to come up with. I didn't know you was ready to rock today. I was going to come up with an intro. That shit had credits on it and all of that shit. You
Oh,
know what I'm
okay,
saying?
okay, yeah, yeah. No stress, man. No stress. We'll do it. I'm free from like Wednesday's a pretty good day.
Wednesdays. Okay. So with this whole like us being on different continents and shit, what's a
Yeah.
good time for
Let me put
you?
my glasses back on so I can see and shit, man. If we're not recording, just that you're blind.
The glasses make you look like an intellect, my friend. Just saying.
Well, I need to give him a wipe before I can feel like an intellect because them shits is dusty, man.
But yeah. So I wanted to really put my foot in this shit, man. Um,
Yeah.
I'm about I say 75% done with how I want to design it. Um,
Okay.
I really so from doing the Friday Night Live show, I've learned a couple of things because it's like a one man band show controlling all of this shit. There are certain
Mhm.
elements that I have that allow for me to do things behind the scenes where no one else can see.
Yeah.
One of them definitely is the intro, and another one is so during the show I'm playing music, and I can flash to these screens that it's like a rotating banner throwing up different people's brands, shit like that. But
Mhm.
behind the scenes, you can't see me doing it. I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving, I'm moving. So
Yeah.
one of the things that I thought that we could do that would allow for me to have that time to move and adjust things is what if we played like a motivational type video? What if we took like a Gary Vee video off of YouTube and maybe we kind of introed the show that way, um, or maybe something that's going to be along the lines of what we're going to be talking about from a
Yeah. I think that
very
would be
like
cool.
an authentic person, because with
Yeah.
music you can't really get away with playing like J. Cole or Drake on Facebook. They'll ban you for that shit. But if you
Yeah.
play like a Gary Vee video or somebody talking, I don't think they're gonna fuck with you. So I think that would be a great way, like a 2-3 minute motivational video from somebody who everybody knows. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely, man. And I like the idea as well. Like, say for example, um, getting into Black Panther in a podcast,
Mm,
then we can have someone like with a respectable, valuable opinion, and we can put their video at the start. It could only be like 15, 30 seconds of like
yeah,
the most impactful part of that video or whatever.
yeah. Yeah. So it's little shit like that I want to work out the kinks on. You know what I mean? Now you give me 5 minutes, I'll get in the character. Fuck it, man. I go throw the shirt on. We can get it. You know what I'm saying? But
Yeah, I think it's better to bide our time with it. No
all
one
right,
knows it's coming, so it's
no rush.
no rush, man.
All right.
And I think it's better to like I said earlier, man, quality over everything.
Yeah, man. Yeah, man. I'm still mad that I never dropped that damn album we did together, man. But like you
Yeah.
just said it, man, quality over everything. I was not gonna put that shit out without having the proper visuals behind it, man. I still ain't found
Yeah.
nobody to really do the visuals how I want, you know?
Yeah. Hey man, I tell you one thing, give it a couple of months and we'll be getting sponsors and all shit on this podcast.
Mm-hmm.
You know what I mean?
Yep.
Getting a few hundred, if not thousand a month just for, you know, in the intros, for example, we could like because all the podcasts I watch, they'd be like this podcast is
By
brought to
Michelob
you
Ultra.
like by Michelob Ultra, or like there's stuff like I'm not sure who's got it, but there's one what's that barber club thing where they sent no the
Oh, the bevel, the shit that Nas got. That's what you're talking about.
yeah that kind of stuff like
Yeah.
the bevel. There's another podcast where uh there's one for like oh what the fuck is that shit the shaving club, you know, the one where they
Oh, the
send you
Dollar
like the
Shave Club. Yeah.
yeah Dollar Shave Club and stuff
Yeah.
like that, you know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
So along the way we build this readership, and if we also focus on let's get the official channels, let's build the following on those things, you know what I mean,
Yeah.
like iTunes and especially now man Spotify.
That's what I was about to say. I loved your idea about the Spotify, man. I've got to get my shit together. Where you were saying you could register like with CD Baby and all these different uh outlets that will digitalize all your shit. You sign
I
up.
believe so.
Yeah,
I
yeah.
believe so.
I've been
But
knowing
I
about it for quite a while. I just never did it. Not even with my own music. I don't know why. I just kind of missed the boat on that shit. So,
yeah. Yeah,
but
definitely, man. Because I've just noticed that that's where, like, even from my own behaviors, man.
yeah.
As soon as I leave the house, I'm plugged into Spotify the whole way. I listen
Right.
to a podcast for a little bit, then I'll put my playlist on and take a listen. Then I'll go have another listen to another podcast.
Yeah.
And there's a lot of gold out there, man. And that's where people are really making that. Like 2 years ago, they said in the next year, 2 years, podcasting and video was always going to be.
Mm-hmm.
But the amount the podcast has grown, like big podcasts like Joe Rogan's podcast, he's got like 2.4 million 2.4 million subscribers or something on YouTube. His main podcast videos are getting like hundreds of thousands. Then he's got people who are like taking their favorite parts for their own channels and again like 20 30,000
Mm.
views on their own videos and shit, and that shit is gold.
And you know what? So I'm a late bloomer, man. I kind of feel like that has been a drawback a lot with me. Either I'm in the curve or I'm behind that shit. I never can seem to quite be ahead of that shit. I'm just now discovering Spotify for my kids. And when
Yeah,
I really peeped out what it was, I'm like, holy shit, this is the new mixtape. You know what I'm saying?
yeah, big time.
So
That's it.
yeah.
It's his playlist now, man. Drake, I think Drake even called his last release. He said, "Oh no, it's not an album. It's not a mixtape. It's a playlist."
Woo, shit. Yeah. Okay. All right.
And
Well,
like even Kanye was experimenting with the playlist idea, where he remember he put out the rough version of The Life of Pablo, and
right,
like he was
right.
listening to the internet. Everyone said, "Oh, this one's whack," or "This one needs this done." And
Yeah.
if everyone's saying, "Oh, the mixing on this track is bad," he was taking it off, fixing it up, and putting it back into the playlist, man.
Oh shit. I didn't. Yeah.
I think that's a way of music wise, man.
Yeah.
It's
Yeah.
like a hub of your musical content where it's constantly evolving, constantly changing, man.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's really what it is now.
Well, yeah, man. I'm definitely on board, man. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm really, like I said, trying to put my foot into this shit and make it fucking pop. You know what I mean?
100%.
So, so let me ask you, Wednesday. When is a good time for you?
Wednesday, I'm good for most of the day on Wednesday.
Okay. So, like, I'm 4 hours behind you. I usually get
I think
off
it's five. It might be
5.
five.
Okay.
Unless have you had any like changes to your time zone due to the seasons or anything?
Not yet. It's coming up though shortly.
Not
It
yet.
should be coming up shortly.
Okay.
So it's basically it's 2:03 right now. So what is what?
7:03 here.
Okay, so yeah, we 5 hours behind and ahead. All right. I mean, I just always feel every time we do something, I feel guilty over that time slot because I
Hey, man.
know I'm handcuffed throughout the day. And by the time I'm able to really get down and sit here, it's like 6 o'clock, 7 o'clock my time. It's like midnight your time. You know what I mean? So
Well, that's when I really work, to be honest. Like
yeah,
earlier in the day, especially, like because I'll get up maybe depending because I do a few night shifts where I just look after a building overnight and get paid just to sit down,
right,
and then
right.
I pull out my laptop and I do my work.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
I'm just getting paid
Just
to
fucking
work my
chill.
work. Just
Yo,
shit,
that
you know what I
yo, we,
mean?
we got similar jobs. So like I drive trucks for
Yeah,
this company, right? And I'm
yeah,
not like over the road all the time. I got a local fucking job. And I don't know if
mhm,
you ever heard of the airplane company Boeing. So we have a huge
yeah,
contract with Boeing, and we're just basically like their sluts. So we just sit there, sit in our trucks, wait for our dispatcher to call us up, and we may go to a warehouse, pick up some materials for Boeing, take it to Boeing, and then we sit again. So that's how
yeah.
I'm able to really. If I didn't have the job, bro, I've had some other fucked up jobs in the past. If I had any of them, I don't think I would be able to do what I'm doing right now, for real.
Yeah,
So,
100%. So like I get up about because I don't leave that place till 6 in the morning. So I'm
okay,
regardless, I'm working till 6,
right, right,
and then I'll come home and I'll sleep from 6 till about 11 or 12, and then I
okay,
get up and then I go get sorted. Well, I'll chill for like an hour or two. So I got to have that in the mornings,
yeah,
man.
got
I've
to, got to,
got have my coffee. I ready myself. I'm thinking, right, what am I gonna do today? What's my priorities? What can I sack off if I need to? If priorities
hmm
you know need to be dealt with, and then I'll go gym. So we're talking about 5, 6 my time before I'm even like, right,
ready to
let's get to
rock.
work.
Yeah, yeah, okay, okay. Well, I tell you what, then it fluctuates when I get off, but
Hmm.
the broad spectrum of when I get off is anywhere from around 4 to 6 ish. And
Okay.
I literally live 10, 15 minutes away from where I work. So I could just come
Hmm.
home and I can have my outfit ready to go. I don't even need to wash. Boom, hop in and get it in. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Yeah, that
So,
sounds good, man.
all
That
right.
sounds good.
All right.
But we'll
Well,
stick to Wednesday. We'll see how it
how it works.
how
Yeah.
it works on Wednesday. We
Okay.
always know that at some point of the weekend, all else fails, we know we can always. And
Yeah.
I also think maybe, especially now that we're in this stage where we're gonna be, in the first few episodes at least we're doing pre-recorded.
Mm.
I think maybe we stock up on at least have one in hand.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? So we're releasing last week's one
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
this week, so to speak.
Yeah. That's key right there. Just based on the work that I've done with other people. So I've been trying to
Hmm.
do this broadcast thing and make a business off of it. Just monetize what I know how to do with OBS. So I've had a couple
Hmm.
of clients. I've done some stuff with them. Nothing really long term, but when I've done it with them, it's okay. The key to successfully doing this on a consistent basis is staying a week ahead. So
Yeah,
I'm with you on
definitely,
that.
man.
Mm-hmm.
Definitely. I'm excited, man.
Yeah, man.
I've been building some more relationships as well, and looking at people who be interested to feature on the podcast. There's going to be a lot of artists and producers, but the the grind is the same.
Yeah, yeah,
In everything, the grind
yeah,
is the same now. Even a comedian, even someone who's just talking about politics online, all that grind is
yeah.
the same, man. We're just building an audience. We're finding a product. We're building a funnel.
So
Boom.
speaking of producers and music,
Mhm.
I gotta have music in the background.
Got to.
So I don't know if you've been paying attention, right? I've been using the hell out of the Eskimo beats that I have, right? Let
Yeah.
me see. I got an Eskimo folder here. Here we go. I got the misunderstood joint. I got the
Hmm.
pimp stick. I got Sunny, and I got swagging like my granddaddy. So everything that I do has one
Hmm.
of these four songs in the background. I don't know if you ever noticed from the content
Yeah,
that I
man.
put
Whatever.
out. So
Yes, sir. Yes, sir. I'll send some more over, man.
that's what
I
I was
got them
gonna
ready.
gonna ask if you wanted to send some more over. Then let's get it in, man. Like I swear, if I had the bread, I would buy your whole catalog, man. I'm like no bullshit. I mean that with all
Yeah.
sincerity because, all right, there's with the soulful samples, there's Kanye West, there's the RZA, and there's Eskimo. Like no bullshit, for real, man.
Yeah, I
I
think a
throw
lot of sampling is choice. You know what I mean?
yeah. I throw Just Blaze in there somewhere, but I think you give Just Blaze a run for your money. Just Blaze might got you beat on how he chops up the drums,
Yeah, hundred
but
percent, without a doubt.
that sample selection, no man, god damn. You know what I
Yeah,
mean?
man. I literally like when I was making beats, I'd be like, right, I'm gonna make a beat, and I'd spend 4 or 5 hours going through samples, man, and then
Yeah,
I'd spend about fucking 25 minutes, 30 minutes making a beat.
yeah, yeah, yeah. That sample, you got an ear for that shit, man. And just learning a little bit about your background, knowing that your sister sings and everything,
Mhm.
knowing that you come from a biracial background, yo, man, that's a hell of a combination in your DNA right there. You feel me?
Yeah, man.
Straight up. So
Hey, man. It may not look like it, but there's a whole ton of soul under this.
for real though, man. For real,
But
man.
yeah,
All right,
but yeah,
so
man. I'm excited. I really am. This is especially seeing what you've done here
yeah.
with the layout.
Man, I was so what's the word? Like, damn, is he gonna like it? Like biting my nails. Like, damn, is he gonna like
Mm.
it? I stayed up till about 2 o'clock last night just working on this S right here,
Yeah.
and wifey was shitting at me because I don't know how to really rock Photoshop, but she does. So I'm sitting
Okay.
there, and I might have been a little bit of an asshole with her because I'm like, no, that's not gonna work. We fought over the S for like 2 hours. You know what I'm
Yeah.
saying? So. That's what it is. I liked another version she did. She hated it. But at the end of the
Yeah.
day, I didn't want to aggravate her so much to where she says, you know what? Fuck you. You know what I'm saying?
You're
'Cause
on your own.
yeah, exactly. So,
Because next time you're like, hun,
yeah,
she'll be like, nope.
right. So I had to walk that intricate balance, man. So
Yeah.
that's
But it's
what it
purple
is.
striking, man. I like it, and I
I'm
think
glad, man.
compared to a lot of other colors, people don't
Yeah,
always draw for the purple with
yeah,
things, and I
yeah.
think
I'm
yeah,
telling you, Raekwon on Purple Tape, man. For
yeah,
real.
yeah,
Yo,
man.
I've got this crazy ass vinyl collection, man, and the most striking one is that Martin Luther King right there. That's
Yeah,
I can't remember who's on the other side, but somebody did an album
yeah,
and they put Martin Luther King's picture on there. You know what I'm saying? So I'm just impressed with the vinyl
right.
collection that I inherited. Let me tell you how I got this vinyl collection. I've never really told anybody the story. Just
Hmm.
motherfuckers know that I have like thousands of vinyls and they don't know why. I had a partner of mine that had his own business
Yeah,
renovating homes. So we went through this whole recession in the States like back in '09,
yeah,
and he had all these contracts for all these houses. And he went into a house that had thousands of vinyls and he had nowhere to put them. So he gave them to me and never took them back. So god damn it, I got vinyls for days. You feel me?
yeah. I was just reaching over there because I was literally within arm's reach.
Ah.
I got my own little vinyl.
Oh shit.
Actually, it's a lot of my my dad's old stuff, and it's like
Yeah.
there's a lot of reggae stuff. There's like some UK dance from like the 70s. Got some Midnight Star
So
right
oh
here, man.
shit. Let me ask you. So is that where your sample selection comes from? I always thought maybe
A
he
lot of
signed up to a club or some shit. Like where in the fuck does he find these samples?
yeah.
Okay.
Well, all over the place, really. But you gotta have the
Yeah,
Sade,
buddy.
man.
Gotta have
You gotta have
Sade,
that Sade.
boy.
You know what I mean? We got some brass construction
Oh
over here. Oh
shit.
no! Oh, we got
Oh, I
some
got the
OJs,
OJs.
man.
No,
We
man.
got the OJs,
No.
oh man. What else, man? I haven't been through this for a long time. And then we got some Jamaican stuff as well, man. Sanchez,
Right.
he's a big one. Uh,
Yo,
yeah, man. It's just a
I'm
lot of stuff.
always impressed with cats from the UK. I feel like y'all are more soulful than we are over here. Like no bullshit, man.
Mm.
Like I ain't playing no trap around Daniel J. Scott. Like get that shit the fuck out of here. He's not listening to it.
Yeah, I don't really trap, man. Like, don't get me wrong, I can appreciate a good one. You know
Yeah.
what I mean? Like, I like that new the Migos, walk it like I talk, walk it like I talk. But I like the beat, you know what I mean? Because the
Yeah.
the sample on that's quite, there's a feel to it.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, man, I even now, even though I'm not really making beats, if I see a nice vinyl, because a lot of songs, you know, a lot of the best samples are songs that didn't really come out on big labels
Right,
and
right.
weren't big. So it's just so certain things that strike your eyes. Like if you see a vinyl and it's got 4 dudes with afros on there, you're like, yo, you
Right.
know that's soul. You know that's
Right.
gotta have something. You know what I
Yeah.
mean?
You know, they say you can't judge a book by its cover, but damn it, you can judge a vinyl by its cover. That's the
Yes,
truth,
sir,
man.
man. And
You
I
know?
watched a Jay Dilla video once.
Mm.
Was it Jay Dilla? Yeah, and I think it was a little bit of him, but it was a lot of his family after he passed or whatever.
Yeah.
And they were Jay Dilla was giving some tips, and he's like, "Look, it'll tell you on the back of a lot of these vinyls exactly what instruments are in there."
Oh
He's
wow.
like, "So if I feel like making something with trumpets, I'm gonna have a look, and if I don't see that it says that there's trumpets on there, I'm gonna have a look at those
Yeah.
names, and I know those musicians. I know from these credits who plays what type of thing
So
because he was just educated."
that's a hell of a way to shop for your samples. Now, I never paid
Yeah, man.
attention to the actual instrumentation and looking for that when choosing
Yeah,
samples. So that's some
yeah,
deep
man.
shit.
It's like,
You giving away your secrets right now.
hey, man, it was Jay Dilla. Jay Jay Dilla, I stole that one off him, man. But
Right.
there's a reason, and I think that is the case with like everyone creative. This, got something unique. Is they always do something different.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know
Yeah.
what I mean, they always
Yeah.
got some kind of method in the madness.
I'm learning a lot about myself since I started doing this broadcasting stuff and
Yeah.
stuff that I never realized about myself. So, I produce as well. And I think where I have the most fun is the creative part of putting the back end together. For example, I would have artists come in and they would bring in their song and I record it or whatever. But the
Hmm.
fun part for me was like, so I might take a scene out of a movie and just kind of
Yeah.
drop that in there right before the hook or some shit. And I would, it's just that actual production side. And so even right now, like doing all of this shit, like putting together the scenery, man, I love that shit, man. I
Yeah.
really do. Just creating the actual back end shit. Man, I can't tell you how many hours I spent like on this lower third shit right here. Where it said, let me show you, Daniel J. Scott. Boom. Boom. Feel what I'm saying? Like, yo, I spent hours on that shit and I couldn't get it right. And I'm like, fuck it. You know what? I'm going to just buy a package. So I actually bought a package that has a bunch of different lower thirds in it, a bunch of different shit that I can use for a bunch of different stuff. So that's why I say I'm like 75% away, man, because I got some more toys I want to play with. You know
Yeah.
what I mean?
Hey, man, I was listening to you then, and you know what I realized? I realized that what we're doing right now is exactly what I want the podcast to be.
Right, 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 right.
You know what I mean? Just like,
Yeah,
oh, look at this vinyl collection I got, man. And then we're
yeah,
talking about Jay Dilla, then we're talking about instruments, and we're talking about how to spot a good record, and then you're talking about how you were working on
yeah,
putting the lower third together. You know what I mean? And I think that that's really what the best podcasts, like my favorite podcasts, aren't ones where they're like really like. If you watch Joe Rogan's podcast, man, he's just there having
yeah.
a cool little chat. He talks to because he's into hunting and he's into like a lot of survival stuff. So we'll just get someone in and it'll be someone who got attacked by a grizzly bear
Yeah.
or some
Well,
shit. He'll be like, "Oh, yo, man,
I gotta
you
tell you
you
a
had a fight
secret
with a
though.
fucking bear?" And, you know what I mean? You know what I
Right.
mean? And the guy's like, "Oh yeah, there was 5 of us and we were all separated, so the bear didn't know who to go for, and we all
Yeah.
just started making noise, and the bear just ran up, and he's like, 'Holy fucking shit, dude!'"
So I gotta tell you a secret, man. For the last
Yeah,
23 minutes, I have been recording our conversation.
no
Cause
way,
no bullshit. I'm gonna
no
send
way.
it to you. Like no bullshit. I'm gonna send it to you. You feel what I'm saying?
Oh, shit.
Because
You were joking when you were talking about trolling today,
yeah,
huh?
yeah, yeah. I wasn't joking. But let me tell you something, man. I've known you. We going on about 2 years in our relationship, and I've
Right.
never in my life met a person so far away, so unremoved from my situation, and
Hmm.
so much on the same fucking wavelength, right?
I feel
So
you, man. I
how
feel
you
the
were
exact same
saying,
way.
like this is how you wanted the podcast to be. In my mind, I'm like, let me see something. I just hit record. You know what I'm saying? And I was
Yeah.
gonna look back at it when we got off to see if it would be any tangible footage that we could use. You know what I'm saying? So
Yeah.
It's what it is,
100%.
man. So I'm gonna send
Well, I
this
put
to
out.
you.
Yeah, I can't wait, man.
Yeah.
I can't, we might even have to release her as like a little sneak
Yeah,
preview.
that's what I was
You
gonna
know,
say. We might
yeah,
fuck
that'd be some
around
cool shit.
and have a first episode and don't even realize it. You know what I mean? So that's what it is, man.
Yeah, man, that's what's up. Yeah, but I feel what you're saying, like being on the same wavelength. And I put out a video earlier where I was like, how some people just don't get it, and I think there's just this level of people, um, that don't. A lot of people just don't understand this level. Like it's not cool to, um, breathe in someone's face when you don't know him. You know what I mean? It's not cool to. Sometimes you see people do stuff and you think like, what? Where on earth?
Right.
Where on earth did you think that's cool? Like who does that shit? You know what I mean? And I just think that there's this level, right? And like you meet people in your life and you just like you come away and like I really like that person. It's because they're on the level.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know what
Well,
I mean? And I
what
think we spot each other out in the crowd. You know what I mean? Like, if you were in a big crowd, there'd be a certain bunch of you that would group together because you're on the level.
Yeah.
You know?
The video you put out, you was like, yo, man, if you didn't brush your teeth, yo, if you ain't brush your teeth in like 3 months, how comfortable would you be going up to people and just talking to them? You know what I'm saying? And I try not to be winded on my responses, but that one just got me. And I think what really, so the question that you asked was at what point does someone care? Are we out here putting out content for people who just don't care? And I think the response to that, just to kind of summarize my long-winded ass response that I typed up, and that shit took some thought, by the way. I appreciate you making me think.
No doubt, man. That's what I'm here for.
It's kind of like this. My granny used to tell me this: a hard head make a soft behind. And I think what happens with people, yo, you know the answers, man, especially in the day and age
100%.
that we live in, man. You know the answers, but it's how thick-skulled you are, how much you really, really want the answer. A person that really wants something goes out, studies, they make it happen. You got a lot of other people that say they want it. They don't really want it like that, man. You know what I mean? So I just kind of feel like it's the same thing, man. I don't think that anyone's necessarily born with the gift of knowing what to do. I think it's just matter of fact of whether or not they got a hard head. You know what I'm saying?
Absolutely. And I think it's affected, over time. You're not conscious of things you come to understand. So just sometimes you just realize things. And I think my approach for a few years was trying to give people the answers, and everyone's different. Plus, answers are worth nothing to someone who hasn't got the critical thought to come to that answer themselves. So like my approach more so nowadays is the questions. You know what I mean? And I like to even down to the tone. I'll be a bit more, question based.
Right.
So I'm making people think like, oh, wouldn't it be a good idea if you did this instead?
Yeah. Yeah.
Rather than saying do this instead or do that instead. And then people get their own. Like you said, I posted something and it made you think, and I think that's really what it's about now. It's just making people think, because I think people have got a bad rap for giving the answers, and I think that's why a lot of content is the same. Like, how many times have you gone on YouTube and an ad has popped up? It's a new motherfucker saying, oh, I quit my 9 to 5 and I started this job, and all you need to do is sign up at the link below, and we're sick of that shit, man.
Right.
And I think it's people like Gary Vee, even though Gary Vee will say like, do this and do that. He's a bona fide expert on the thing. He does it in an inquisitive way, and it makes you think about, oh, well, how would I do it? You know what I mean? I think that's really the way forward, man. Deaf to the motherfucking same old shit from the same old people. It's the same answers. You know what I mean? Everyone's got the same answers for everything. I don't mean actual die. I don't want people to die. Disclaimer.
Yeah.
When I say death, I just mean like, don't want to hear from you no more, but don't die. I want that.
But it's evolution. You know what I'm saying? Let me clean up the death statement before we get emails and all type of bullshit our way. All right. But it's the evolution. You know what I mean? You can't keep doing the same shit over and over and over again, expecting different results. You know what I'm saying? Exactly. So, because I remember there was a point in time when there was no internet. You know what I'm saying? Like our time, our ages, we got kind of a gap in between us. You know what I'm saying? And so when I was in high school, I graduated in 96. I'll be 40 in July. So in 96, my school had one computer with the internet on it, right? And we didn't really know what the fuck the internet was. I remember they used to send us these CDs, like literal CDs that would give you like 25 hours of internet time, and you put the fucking CD in the computer and shit. You had to dial up and you get like 25 hours of internet, you know what I'm saying? And then that would be AOL's way of AOL. They don't even know what the fuck AOL is. America Online, right? They were one of the first internet companies. And can you imagine in 2018, in order for you to get online, you'd have to put in a fucking CD to your computer and dial up through your phone? And like, yo, evolution is what it is, man.
Time,
you know what I mean? And
hey, you know what? Go ahead.
well, I was gonna say, like, going back to your Facebook post, man. That's what it boils down to, is fucking evolution, man. And like, people who are stuck in their ways, people who, unless you really have a mental handicap, you know what I mean? I just truly don't believe that you don't know how to do it. I think you're stuck in your motherfucking stubborn ass ways, and you don't want to listen to how it is supposed to be, or how people who've had success have done it. You don't want to hear that shit. You want to do it your way. This is my way. Fuck that. I ain't gotta listen to Daniel J. Scott. Who the fuck is he anyway? You know what I'm saying? So
yeah, absolutely, man. I think people want to know what to do, but then get pissed off for the people who tell them.
Right.
But that's what I like about Dame Dash, is he talks about things like that, and he's like, I'm sure it was on the Breakfast Club, or I don't know, it might have been on his own channel, but he's saying like, the people that you feed, the people that you put on, secretly resent you because they didn't put you on, or they didn't put themselves on. You know what I mean? They look at you like, you know, like you're the top dog.
That's
and
some deep
they
shit.
want to be the top dog type of thing. But yeah, definitely, man.
You know, you talk about Dame Dash, it makes me wonder, right? Because I remember when Jay-Z came out with, I think it was the Black Album, where he was like, fuck this. He basically publicly announced that he wasn't fucking with Rockefeller and Dame Dash anymore. He had the song that says, you think you made Jay-Z? Okay, make another Hove. You know what I'm saying? And it makes me wonder if Dame Dash was kind of talking from a personal experience, because what I gathered out of
100%.
that was that Dame Dash was looking at the success that Jay-Z was having. You know what I'm saying?
Right.
And, you know, yo, experience is the best teacher, man. That's what it is, man.
That's it, man. That's it. And I do resonate with that. I wanted to actually, I've been whirring in my mind since we were talking about that evolution of the internet, and it made me think. The other day I went on the Space Jam website.
Space Jams, like
the
Michael Jordan with
website.
the Bugs Bunny and shit. Space Jams.
All that, man, all that. And I want everybody listening, and I want you too, Pete, at some point. I want you to go onto spacejam.com and look at that, just in reference to the evolution of the internet. Look at spacejam.com. They haven't updated it. They haven't done anything since it came out. Literally, they put it out like it is. That website, the whole world was like, whoa, that's not like all these other websites. That's you know, some kind of innovation. That's some kind of, you know, top level website. If you look at it now, and to think at some point that was the pinnacle of a website. Crazy, man. Crazy. So anyone listening here as well, at some point, check out that website.
Well,
it'll leave you just.
You definitely check out the website, but here's another one that'll fuck with you.
Okay.
Check out your high school yearbook 10 years after you graduate. Then go back and check out your middle school yearbook. You know what I'm saying? Like, let me tell you, man. I'm in the 8th grade, you know, we rocking the high top fades, which, by the way, they bringing back the high top fades because our era wore them the best, right? So now my kid wants a high top fade. But anyway, I look so stupid in the fucking high top fade. I look just as stupid in a high top fade as my son looks in one right now, God damn it. So that's what I'm saying, man. Yo, evolution. You know what I mean? At the time, you're always going to think what you're doing is the shit. You feel what I'm saying? You're always going to think, hey, I got this. You know what I'm saying? I got this. But I promise you, if as a matter of fact, if you aren't able to go 2-3 years and look back at the shit that you done 2-3 years ago and be like, damn, that shit sucked, then you're stuck somewhere, man. You're stuck in a sunken place. Anybody ever? Yo, you ever seen that movie? What the name of the movie is? Get Out. Right.
Yeah.
So in the movie Get Out, he gets stuck in a sunken place. You know what I'm saying? And I just challenge people to not get stuck in a sunken place, man. It'll mean a lot more if you saw the movie. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
If you never seen the damn movie, you're not gonna understand the reference to being stuck in a sunken place. But all I'm trying to say is don't be stuck there. You know what I mean?
100%. I love that movie, by the way.
Yeah. Real quick,
Yeah,
I have to tinkle. I'm going to go ahead and let you talk to the people. It seems like this is our practice run through right quick. So I'm going to throw you on the screen while I go tinkle. I shall return.
No doubt, man. I think I'm going to plug myself. My new book that I'm working on. Hey, everybody out there, don't get mad, get motivated. That's my slogan. It's always been my slogan. If you're new, you don't know it. If you've been around for a while, it is. You already know what it is. So I've just started this book. I'm not going to say too much, but if you resonate with me and what I've been doing for these past 3-4 years that you've been connected with me, working on him about 20,000 words through, aiming for about 40,000, 50,000 before it's done, but I'll keep you in the loop on all that shit, man. Shout out PThePolitician. He's hit me with a sucker punch with this. I had no idea whatsoever we were recording. And I'm stuck here looking at his vinyl collection in the background, trying to kill some time, just talking absolute nonsense and gibberish. But there we go. Over the next few weeks, obviously, we're going to be bringing out... Oh, that was quick, man.
Oh, shit.
That was quick. Yeah, man. I was just saying about how you hit me with a sucker punch, man, about I didn't know we were recording and shit.
Yo, man,
Hey,
that's how
live
it
and
be,
we learn.
man. Hey, listen, man.
That's how we deal with the pressure.
Yeah, exactly, man. I shouldn't have said shit, man. I should have just kept it going. But nah, I think this is what we needed, man. And I'm so excited for the debut episodes. You know, I met you, like I said, we going like on our second year, really, really kicking it. And when I remember, I'll never forget this shit, man. I was sitting in the park and I'm like, you know what? I need to make a change. I need to fucking do something. And I had been following you on YouTube for a while. And I'm like, you know what? I'm going to just hit this motherfucker up and I'm going to buy everything that he has. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah. Hey, man, that was a good day.
Yeah,
that
man.
was a good day.
you had all these products and stuff. And it was like, for me, it was a relationship bonder.
Yeah,
you know what I mean? Like I bought those products to bond with you, you know, and you definitely said things and you have this ability to put things in perspective. And that's what I've always loved about you. I get winded, I go off the nuts a lot of times and I don't always know how to articulate it, but you have this gift of articulating what people need to hear, even though they may already know it. You know what I'm saying? So kind of going back to your Facebook posts, I think that's what it is. The difference between knowing something and hearing something, right? Like I always take this analogy from White Men Can't Jump. Like, did you hear me or did you just listen to me? There's a huge difference, man. And there's people out there that are gonna hear you, but it's other people that's gonna listen. You know what I'm saying? So that's what it really boiled down to, man.
Absolutely, man. I'm all about simplification. I think, and it's present in every industry, really, man. Because if you look at the best, debatably best, but I mean like the best performing songs, for example, the most simple stuff.
Yeah.
It's not Joel Ortiz.
Right.
You know what I mean? It's
Right.
not these artists that are like as relevant as Joyner Lucas is and how hard he's going. You know what I mean? Then you've got Little Uzi Vert or someone who's just like, so yeah, lean trap. You know what I mean?
Right.
And it's just simple. It's easy to digest, and I think that's really the way forward. Is just making things as simple as possible because it increases the audience. Because not everybody got educated.
Yeah.
Like, you know, some people did. Not everybody has the life experience or has read the books or been in the situations to have a full grasp of the knowledge of the situation. So if you're getting a bit too
fucking scientifical and mathematical, man.
Get a bit too mathematical with this shit, then you know you lose people.
Right.
And that's not to say water stuff down, but you are going to have a smaller audience if it's more complex.
Well, I watched this firsthand. You know, like I said, I'm a bit older, and for me, like if we're talking about music, right? We'll just take it back to what the prime was in my life. 96, man, that was a pivotal year for hip hop. So previous to 96, you had pretty much Wu-Tang, you had a bunch of up north cats that ran the game. And then you started having your Master P's, your Scarfaces, they started, your UGKs, they started coming into the game. But it was such a different thing because they simplified it. Whereas Wu-Tang, it was a puzzle. Like the RZA even said this shit. Niggas ain't gonna figure this shit out to the year 2G. Wax niggas ass for fee or free, right? And he was right. There's still a bunch of shit from Wu-Tang that I don't know. You know what I'm saying? I the other day just discovered like, wow, he really said that. Holy shit.
Yeah.
I'm 40 years old. I didn't know that for 20 years. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
That's how
I
it
read
was.
a Ghostface Killer interview once, and they asked him, "So what do your lyrics mean?" And he said, "I don't even know yet."
Okay, so I don't feel as bad now. Goddamn. Because I felt like an idiot. Like, damn, it took me 20 years to fucking figure that shit out, man. He don't even know, man. I don't feel bad no more. Right?
It just made sense to him at the time, you know. I mean, you figure out afterwards what he meant. But I guess it's one of those. It's art. It's always open for interpretation.
Right,
I think that's as pure as it gets. Is putting something out that's just like he doesn't even know the meaning. It's completely up for interpretation.
Right. But I say all that to say this. Music became simplified once Wu-Tang died down and people came out and started to simplify it. Because there was a point in time to where when it came to hip hop, Wu-Tang was all you would listen to. Like if you would meet people in the street that says, "Oh, I never heard of Wu-Tang," or "Oh, I don't listen to Wu-Tang," you slap the shit out of them. You know what I'm saying? That's how it was like at one point in time. But then you had other artists came through and they took what Wu-Tang did and simplified it for people to be able to regurgitate. You know what I mean? So going back to, I don't even know how the hell we got on talking about Wu-Tang and simplification. But
I don't know. We're talking about simplification,
right.
And it felt like the perfect example to use.
Yeah.
But
yeah,
man.
This show's gonna be the shit. I'm just saying. It's
Yeah,
gonna be the shit.
100%. And I feel like as we go along, we're gonna find structure, and we want feedback. You know what I mean? We want more. We want people saying we want more of this. We want less of this. We want, this kind of segment. We want to contribute in this way. Really, we want to grow this organically from the ground up.
Right.
Like what we're doing right now is not a finished product.
Right.
I didn't even know we were filming.
Yeah, I didn't know either until I pressed the damn record button. It was right there. Why not press it? Fuck it, let's go.
Right. So, once we get a bit of structure, we're gonna be on every platform that we can put it on. We're gonna be put on YouTube. We're gonna segment it. We're gonna be doing everything that you expect to see from a podcast. We're gonna do that and then some. But we definitely, we want. It's not just us two. And it's just like with anything else, man. Any movement out there is not just the person or the people that are doing the thing. Who really steers the ship is, the fans, the listeners, the viewers, the watchers.
And I'm just excited that we're about to actually put it together in a podcast. Let me tell you something. Yeah. I have just discovered audiobooks. My first audiobook I ever bought was a Steve Harvey book. I bought that. And just to let you know what's recently in my archive, I bought a book about, the name of it is How to Not Make Your Video Suck. You know what I'm saying? Let me tell y'all a little story, man. I was out there broadcasting at a Slick Rick concert, right? And I had all the equipment you could fucking need. You know what I'm saying? Had about 6 cameras. I'm ready to rock, and my video sucked. It sucked so bad to where I just kind of pretended like I didn't even go out there and I didn't even put shit out. You know what I'm saying? I was that upset about it. And what I realized was you can't just go and willy-nilly just shoot footage. You got to go out there and do it with intent. And also what I'm learning from this book, and it's an audio book, and I say audio book because I know people are on the go. I'm really on the go. My kids, man, like I get home in the evenings, man. My 6-year-old, the one that wanted to run away, she packed a little toy gun. We play Uno, you know what I'm saying? So I get home, I play some Uno, hop my ass in the shower, get some food, try to catch up with the fam, and then turn around and do it again. You know what I'm saying? So time for me, I feel like the most important things in life are time and money. You know what I'm saying? we need more time and we need more money. I'm going on a tangent right now. Let me get back to the point that I was trying to make, which is this. Completely lost my train of thought. That's another reason, man. Don't talk too damn much. Try to get it together and have your thoughts written down before you forget what the hell you were saying.
Yeah, that's it, man. Hey, you tried to sucker punch me, man. You can punch yourself in the face.
Yeah, man. Totally forgot where the fuck I was going with that shit.
Yeah, I feel you though, but man, the vibe I was picking up, man, is just really using your time constructively.
Yes,
you know what I mean. The little time that you've got to use that time right. You've got to put that time into what's going to be the payout. You know what I mean? Whether that's in more time, whether that's in money, whether that's in happiness, whether that's in joy. Oh man.
Yeah, it just came back. It just came back. All right, audiobooks. Yes, so I just bought an audiobook about how to not make your video suck. And what I'm trying to say is, no matter how you're gaining your knowledge, gain it. I don't really like to read shit too much unless it's something instructional. Like my wifey's gonna read a book for entertainment. I need the movie because I'm restrained on time. You know what I'm saying? She'll take like 4, 5, 6, 7 days to read a book. Fuck that. Give me the movie. I can do it in about an hour and a half, 2 hours. You know what I mean? Yeah. And the point I'm trying to make is, if you don't like to read, then maybe the audio book thing will help you out. That's definitely helped me out because I can plug it in, and instead of listening to what's on the radio, listening to my playlists on Spotify or whatever, let me implant some things into my mind, because what you input is essentially what you output. You know what I'm saying? So all day long, I'm listening to something that's going to be beneficial. That's where I was going with this long-winded dissertation about audio books. There it is. I got it out.
Clutch in the end, man. Definitely.
Yeah,
but I'm the same way. I'm on Spotify all the time. I plug into different podcasts and different audio books that they've got on there, and just I'd listen while I work, because I'm definitely into learning through practice and learning through mistakes. I find it hard to I read not nowhere near as much as I should, but and another thing I really like to do, I like blog posts, man.
Yeah,
like if there's a video or a blog on the subject, I'll read the blog post.
Right.
So it's a bit more structured.
Speaking of blog posts, I went to Tinkle a couple of minutes ago, and as I was walking away, I heard you talking about this book. And
yes, sir.
As a fan of Daniel J. Scott, when is this book dropping, man? I gotta know, man. Because, and not only that, as a fan, can we get it in the audio version? Like, I was talking about the audio books, getting ahead of myself. Also, I could ask you, hey, will you please put that in audio book form so PThePolitician can listen through it throughout the day? You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, definitely, man. I think what I'll do is because what I'm really shooting for is I'm gonna make it a paperback, right? I'm gonna make it a hard copy, and I'm looking to get somewhere on Amazon with that stuff. I want to try and get into the hottest new release, and then from there, everyone who gets into the hottest new release, just it goes somewhere special after that. So that's gonna be the goal. What I'm gonna do is ride that way first and make it available there first and foremost, and then sort of like release after. I think when it quietens down, I'll make a little package for my own website then, where they can get the book, the audio book, and then see what else I can add up in there just to add some value and just like have a nice round pack. I believe in packaging, man. I think that it's really sales online is packaging. Like, say for example, affiliate marketing, there could be 100 people selling the same product. Same with network marketing. Who are you going to join? It's going to be the person who says, right, you can have that, but you can also have this, and you can have this, and you can have this, and for this special price you can get all of those things. I'm a big believer in packaging, man.
Yeah, I mean, the big box stores have been packaging, Walmart packages. I mean, hell, you can't even escape Amazon without them offering what other people have purchased and offering it in a package. You know what I'm saying? So, yeah, man, I'm with you on that, man. I'm with you on that.
Exactly, man. It's the way forward. It's not leaving money on the table that way, because there's a lot of people. If people are willing to buy from you, full stop, then pretty much, as long as you're making things that are relevant to those people who are going to buy, they're going to guaranteed buy off you. And if they're buying from you, one, you know they're willing. Two, you know they got some money to spend. That's why a lot of the sales websites you go on, you get through the one page, you say, yeah, click, I'll buy that. And then, but it won't take you straight to the thing. It'll take you to another page where it says you can also get this for like $7.
Yeah.
You know what I mean? You've got people in that mode of buying. I'm glad we get into a bit of sales and marketing as well.
That's what I was going to say, man. A lot of people don't realize how this stuff works on the back end. You know, they'll get aggravated at Google when they have ads pop up, but they're not understanding, oh, wait a minute, ads are popping up. I can do this for my product as well. You know what I mean?
Exactly, man.
And let me kind of pick your brain on this, because Google, and so there's always this eternal debate. Do ads work? Do emails work? Do all the things that they're telling us that work really work? And I'm going to play devil's advocate on this one, because Google just announced that they have a plugin that will allow you to block pop-ups, like block ad. It's called Ad Blocker. You know, I don't know if y'all been on Google lately. They're advertising their Ad Blocker thing on Google. You know what I'm saying? So what do you think about that?
I think that's crazy. I think Google's strategy there of letting that go through the net is hell, if you don't want to see the ads, we're going to try and make some money off you not seeing the ads no more. You know what I mean?
Here's the thing. I don't think they're charging you for it. It's an extension that you can get. And now I could be wrong. They might, if they're charging.
I mean, it's probably like it's probably another. I doubt Google made. I'm not sure. I don't think Google made the ad blocker themselves. It doesn't sound like something they do. But Google will be profiting off the people who are running those ads.
Hold up, though, man.
You know what I mean? Google's like, hey, these people don't want in anyway. Anyone who's seeing the ad block stuff doesn't want to see the ads. So if they're going to see this one, at least, or even if they don't, those advertisers are paying regardless. So I think Google's just like, fuck it, it's more money.
You know, this is an awesome show that we have. And what we can actually do, we can research shit right as it happens, right?
Oh, shit.
So we can go on Google right now and let's see what it is, all right?
Well, they've got their actual own.
Yeah, they got their actual own joint.
Oh, shit. Okay, I stand corrected.
Hold on, let me get it together on my motherfucking end. So technology's a bitch. Sometimes, boom, there it is. Hold on.
There we go.
Wow. Google's new ad blocker changed the web before it even switched on. Now, this article reads, you might see fewer ads on the web from now on, but you probably won't. On Thursday, Google Chrome, the most popular browser by a wide margin, began rolling out a feature that will block ads on sites that engage in particularly annoying behavior. Okay, so now I'm getting the scoop on it now. Yeah, okay.
More like spam ads.
I'm getting the scoop on it now.
Yeah, I was going to say, because they run ads themselves, it wouldn't be in their best interest to block their own ads and stuff.
Okay, so that makes sense. That makes a lot of sense. And so, boom, going back to spam, if you are a marketer or you have a product out and you think that spamming is the way to go, which kind of like, so when I first opened up this question, I asked the eternal question of, do advertising really work when all you go on the internet? And I know my experience with browsing is I go on the internet and ads pop up and I don't even see them shits no more. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm just trying to get to the meat and potatoes of the content that I personally was looking for. So like pop-ups, things like that. Is that stuff really working? And is Google now getting it based off of what we just read? You know what I'm saying?
Definitely. Well, Google knows, man. Depending on what people believe or not, Google knows everything.
Yeah, man.
You know what I mean? When you sign up for all these apps and you sign up for all these websites and everything, you read the terms and conditions, man. Facebook Messenger, you're saying, yeah, use my camera whenever you want.
Right.
Use my microphone whenever you want.
And they really will use that shit. Remember, I don't know if you remember about a year or so ago, the Samsung TVs, they got in trouble because they were recording people's conversation in their homes and advertising based off of the conversations that were happening in the homes. The fuck?
Crazy. I think the technology can be used for sinister things, but I think they're just using it to make a buck, man. You know what I mean, it just depends on whether, you know, the Fed and whatever it's called in every other country, depends whether they manage to seize control of these.
Well, we could create a whole nother show on governmental control. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah, man, we definitely can.
Yeah, man. I'm out here.
That's the kind of worms right there.
Yeah, man. What? Yo, I'm out here in South Carolina, United States. You out there in the UK. So, yeah, that's a hell of a show. That's a good idea. We talk about that.
Definitely. Yeah, man. We're gonna be talking about aliens.
Yeah.
We're gonna be talking Lord Voldemort.
Puffy's homosexuality and the Illuminati.
We're gonna be talking about Puffy Puffy. I mean, we're gonna be talking about
Yo,
to
man.
be continued.
Yeah, man. Listen, you know what? I'm gonna fuck around and I'm gonna stay on this shit with you for like a few more hours, knowing I don't need to. Hey, you're right. This is the format right here.
Yeah, man, definitely. I think people will appreciate it too, because I think just being able to talk about anything at any time. You know, we talked about bit of sales, we talked a bit about conspiracy theories. Right. You know, we talked about some, you know, spam. We talked about ads, a lot of different stuff, man. So I think it's a good episode just to put out as a pilot or whatever, just to show people just the range of what we're going to be talking about. And that's why suggestions are important, man. Anyone on my Facebook, anyone on Facebook, anyone who's got our emails, they're on our Twitters, they're on our Instagrams, let us know what you want us to talk about, man. Just give us, say, I find this interesting. And, you know, if a few people are saying they find this interesting, then we'll do our research and we'll get an educated perspective on it if we don't know anything about it yet. And, you know, we'll discuss it and we'll definitely raise some of the points that you guys are making as well, because this is your show just as much as it's our show.
And I'm glad you said that. This is their show just as much as it's our show. You know what I mean? So that's it, man. That's what it is, man. So listen, man. I am PThePolitician. Why don't you tell the people who you are, my friend?
What? I am Daniel J. Scott.
And this is the Don't Stress Success podcast, man. That's what it is.
Why you out there stressing success, man? Why is everyone out there stressing? You don't have to stress, man. You find out what to do and you do it.
Yeah, the end.
And if you don't do it, then you will stress. You know what I mean? But if you do it, you don't need to stress.
In the words of my grandmama Ellen, a hard head make a soft behind, man. We out. One.
Peace.